Hi, it's Dan with Master the Morning So You Own the Day, with a simple reminder that if we're serious about becoming the very best version of ourselves, we need not look outside of ourselves because the answers really still are in the box. My mentor Zig Ziglar reminded the world of this when he always said that when you point your finger at someone else, notice that 3 fingers are pointing back at you. If we have a tendency to blame or complain and not take personal responsibility for our actions, the way we remind ourselves to snap out of that negative mindset is to visualize yourself as a therapist when a young woman comes into your office screaming and yelling and crying and whining and blaming her dad as the cause of her pain and misery. What advice would you give her? Well, logically, if her dear old dad is the reason why she has so many woes and the cause of her pain, wouldn't it make more sense to invite her dad into your office and give him the therapy? Because if you cure dad in this mindset, wouldn't you actually cure your pain? Wow. The best illustration of all is if you are at home at night and a storm hits and your power goes out, the lights go out, and in that darkness you inadvertently drop your keys. Frantically and in a panic, you drop to your knees searching for your keys when you notice outside that there is still one street light illuminated. So in your mind you think, wait, wouldn't it be better for me to go out into the light to look for my keys instead of remaining in the darkness? So as you go outside and drop to your hands and knees and start searching the bushes, a neighbor sees what's going on and says, "What's up?" You said, "I dropped my keys." So obviously he drops to his hands and knees to help you search and asks you, "Where did you drop them?" You say, "Well, I dropped them in the house." And now angrily he says, "What? Why are you outside looking for your keys when you drop them inside?" How many of us are guilty thinking that we can find the solutions to our pain, to our anger, to our misery, to our woes outside of ourselves when the solutions and the answers are actually inside of us? An illustration that will help you remember this for the rest of your life. A dad comes home from work. He still has 2 hours left to complete his work before he returns to the office the next morning, and his little boy runs in, "Daddy, Daddy, welcome home. Will you play ball with me?" His dad says, "I'm sorry, I don't have enough time, but I want you to know that I love you." The little guy says, "Daddy, I don't want you to love me. I want you to play ball with me." Now the guilt sets in. Dad starts searching his study for a diversion, and wouldn't you know it, he sees a magazine sitting on a table, and on the cover of that magazine is the picture of the world. And in that flash of inspiration, he decides, I can create a puzzle. So he tears up the picture of the world, puts it on a piece of cardboard, gives it to his little guy and says, "Go put the puzzle together and I'll play with you as soon as you complete it." Dad thinks this will give him at least the 2 hours that he needs. But 10 minutes later, his little guy returns with the completed puzzle, and Dad scratches his head and says, "How did you finish it so fast?" His little guy said, "Dad, it was easy. On the back of the picture of the world was a picture of the man. When I got the man right, the world was right." If you're serious about mastering every morning and owning every single day, may I just remind us about the power of the man in the mirror experience, the woman in the mirror experience, remembering that what it takes for us to become the very best version of ourselves is already inside of us. We just need to look inside of us for those answers, for those keys to success, those keys that we think are in the darkness that will actually illuminate a life of significance. If this message resonates with you, please share it with everyone within your circle of influence so that we can help everybody become the very best version of themselves.